أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين صلى الله وسلم وبارك على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين اللهم علمنا ما ينفعنا وانفعنا بما علمتنا وزدنا علما وعملا يا أرحم الراحمين. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give us beneficial knowledge and bless us to benefit from the knowledge that we have and bless us to continue to act upon what we learn. He is able to do what He pleases. So last class we discussed an-nahu. So in brief, an-nahu how was that defined? An-nahu. There's a linguistic meaning and then a
it is the science of the condition of endings
of the
whether
word
it is in the state what follows.
So
whether it's i'rab, bina, or what follows.
okay. Right. So you have that part, Muhammad Amin, right?
Yes.
Okay. So Nahu is the science of the endings of the words. That's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. I'rab is what?
It is, I guess, the change of the word ending.
Right. So if I say هذا
That to express yourself.
So that's the linguistic meaning, is it to expression. هذا محمد, right? The fact that it has a dhamma at the end, this is i'rab, right? And we said رأيت محمدا. رأيت محمدا. The reason why it has a fatha at the end is because it's i'rab. The changing that happens at the end of the word, that's called i'rab. And we said هذا من محمد. That changing at the end is i'rab. Okay?
Okay.
Opposite of i'rab is bina.
Change.
Bina means the ending doesn't change. And an example of that is hada and hada. Hada does not change. The ending of it doesn't change. It always stays the same, hada, regardless of its placement in the statement, regardless of where it comes. It's always going to stay the same, hada. Then we said fata, which is a different type of noun, different type of ism. We said hada fata. Right? رأيت فتى. Right? And we said هذا من فتى. Right? هذا من فتى. The ending hasn't changed, right? The ending hasn't changed, not because it's mabni, because there are certain types of words that are mabni, and that's something that we'll discuss at a later date. But what I wanted to emphasize or point out is that the reason why we don't see a dhamma, a kasra, a fatha, or a kasra is because it's not possible for any vowel to be on an alif. So you would say هذا فتى. It's not going to work. رأيت فتى. It's not going to work. هذا من فتى. It's not going to work. So it's intended.
Intended. Okay.
Kasra, there's a kasra here, but you don't see it. It's intended. Understood. There's a fatha here, but you just don't see it. It's understood. it's intended. There's a dhamma here, but you just don't see it. It's intended. How do I know it's a dhamma? Because of its placement in the statement.
Because of why?
Because of its placement in the statement, where it is, how it's placed in the sentence.
So you're saying there's an implied dhamma that doesn't exist on the page.
Exactly.
All right.
There's an implied dhamma. Yes. All right. But oh boy. So we were on الدرس الرابع, correct? And أيوة. Today we're going to discuss الممنوع من الصرف.
Again, please, I couldn't hear you.
We're going to discuss something that's called الممنوع من الصرف. We'll get there. All right. So you were asking me about tanween,
Yeah,
Derek, earlier.
right.
So let me start like this. As-sarf.
Can I get
As-sarf.
this more centered? No.
So as-sarf means to exchange something. So when you exchange dollars for change, you would say sarafahu. That's what the word is from. Exchange.
Okay.
To exchange.
To exchange. Could you pronounce it again slowly in Arabic, please?
Sarf. Sarf. As-sarfu. That's the linguistic meaning of sarf. The applied meaning of sarf is to accept a tanween or a kasra. The applied meaning of sarf is to accept tanween or kasra. And of course, this is talking about at the end. Let me just write that just to make sure. At the end. So what is a sarf? Sarf is to accept tanween or kasra at the end.
Sheikh, is that a sarf? Is that a ayn? Is that a sad?
That is a sad. It looks a little retarded, I know, but that's what it is.
Okay, just wanted to make sure. It's kind of
Yeah,
pointy thing. Okay.
it looks a little retarded, I know. I apologize. So a sarf is to accept a tanween or a kasra. Okay. So let me look at some examples so that you can see what I'm talking about. And we're going to use the same. هذا محمد. و, for example, خالد. وجمال. Right? وسليم. سليم. وهذا من محمد وخالد وجمال وسليم. Okay. So here we can see that Muhammadun, Khalidun, Jamalun, Salimun, each of these words accepted a tanween at the end. And we can see here Muhammadin wa Khalidin wa Jamalin wa Salimin, each of these words accepted a kasra.
So the double kasra is pronounced E.
So the second kasra indicates the noon sound, the in sound. The first kasra is D, the second kasra is N. So that's din, din.
Yeah.
So it accepted a kasra and it accepted a tanween. So any noun, ism, that accepts a kasra or tanween would be called ismun, masrufun. You can either say masrufun or you can say munsarifun. Masrufun or munsarifun. This means that it accepts sarf, or it accepts a tanween or a kasra. And remember, tanween and kasra is a characteristic of an ism anyway. So it can't be any other harf or it can't be a fi'l. Kasra is a characteristic of an ism.
So Abdullah, let me ask you a question.
Yes.
Are there words that do not accept a kasra like that or a tanween?
Yes, sir.
Lots of them?
There are, it's about, how many? 5 plus 2, 5 is 7, and 3. So 10 categories of asma.
Wow.
But we're not going to get into all 10 categories. We're going to get into 2, and that's it, just 2.
Well, that'll be enough.
So it's important to understand the concept.
Right.
Once the concept is understood, everything else, inshallah, should be easy.
So, Sheikh, one question about this. When we write the Hada Muhammadun wa Khalidun wa Jamalun wa Salimun, then we write the Hada min Muhammadin. So does the meaning change over here or no?
Yes.
Of course
Yes.
it changed because it's a different type of sentence. So هذا محمد, this Muhammad.
Yeah.
هذا من محمد, this from Muhammad.
Okay.
Is this also called Murab?
This is a type of mu'rab.
Okay.
This is a kind of mu'rab. It's not mabni. Okay. So now we know what sarf is. Let's talk about mamnu' min as-sarf or ghayr munsarif. غير منصرف means not مصروف. غير غير منصرف. غير منصرف or ممنوع من الصرف. ممنوع من الصرف. غير منصرف means it is not or does not have صرف. ممنوع من الصرف means it's forbidden from having صرف. It's the same thing. Why isn't it? Why doesn't it have صرف? Because it's ممنوع, it's forbidden. But it's just two things that they call it. So who can tell me what is ممنوع من الصرف? What does it mean? For something or for an ism to be ممنوع من الصرف. What does it mean?
It takes partial sense, some partial sense.
It means that
diagnostic exchange.
It doesn't take kasra.
it does not accept tanween or kasra at the end. Simple. مصروف منصرف, it accepts تنوين or كسر. غير منصرف أو ممنوع من الصرف, it does not accept كسر or تنوين.
So what was the one that accepted, what's it called again? The full term?
The one what?
The sarf that accepts tanween or kasra. What did you say the name was of that?
اسم مصروف or اسم منصرف.
Okay, hold on a minute. Ismun
مصروف أو اسم منصرف.
Ismun
مصروف. ميم صاد راء واو فاء.
Okay, I got Ismun, and then after that, it's
ميم صاد مصروف.
meme sod. Okay, I'm learning.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, this is maybe a bigger challenge than learning the rules.
So when you say it does not accept kasra, you mean when you put the word min in front of it, it does not change it to kasra? Is that what you're saying?
You'll see in a second.
Okay.
Be patient with me.
Okay.
So it does not accept the kasra and it does not accept tanween. اسم مصروف أو اسم منصرف. طيب. We're going to use the same context. هذا نعم. إبراهيم هذا إبراهيم و جبريل وجبريل إبراهيم وجبريل و let's go with ويوسف. ويوسف. I'm going to add some more. Hamzatu. Hamzatu.
وموسى.
فاطمة. و عائشة. طيب هذا إبراهيم وجبريل ويوسف وحمزة وفاطمة وعائشة. Is there tanween?
No.
Why is there no tanween?
Yes.
Because it's
غير منصرف.
ممنوع من الصرف or غير منصرف. هذا من إبراهيم وجبريل ويوسف وحمزة وفاطمة وعائشة. So غير منصرف because it does not accept a tanween. Originally this would have been Ibrahimun, but it doesn't have a tanween. Ibrahimu. Why doesn't it have a tanween? Because it's ممنوع من الصرف, or because غير منصرف. Hamzatu. Why isn't it Hamzatun? Because it's ممنوع من الصرف. Ibrahima. Why isn't it Ibrahimi? Because it's ممنوع من الصرف. Jibrila, same. Yusufa, same. Hamzata, Fatimata, Aisha, same.
So in this one with harf jar, this fatha is like the substitute for the kasra, correct?
Sounds like someone is paying attention. Remember we talked about a kasra or what substitutes it? A fatha is one of the kasra's substitutes. Jazakallah khairan. You guys have any questions on that? Because we're going to do one more extension. So the reason why this is mamnu'un min as-sarf is because I'm gonna write it in Arabic and then I'll write it in English. Alamun, alamun, jameel. Alamun ajami. What does that mean? A non-Arabic proper noun. Ibrahim, Jibreel, Yusuf, Derek. All of these are non-Arab proper nouns. If it's a proper noun and it's not Arabic in origin, then it's going to be mamnu' min as-sarf. Alamun a'jami.
Meaning there's no tanween. Is that what you mean?
Is it what I mean?
Is that
No.
not tanween or no kasra? Sorry, I missed between those. I'm mixing those two. Is it the
But which is it? Is it no
kasra?
tanween or is it no kasra? Which one is it?
No kasra.
It's
No
both.
kasra?
It's both.
Oh, okay. See, that's okay.
No tanween and no kasra.
Okay.
And this one, you would say it's alamun mu'annathun. Alamun mu'annathun. Or in English, a feminine proper. Now, notice I did not say female proper noun. I said feminine proper noun. The reason why I didn't say female proper noun is because it doesn't apply to only female proper nouns. It applies to proper nouns that are feminine. So Hamza is a male name, but it's feminine because it has the ta at the end.
Oh, okay. Okay, so it's feminine.
So anytime there's a feminine proper noun, that feminine proper noun is going to be mamnu'un min as-sarf. There is an exception to the rule, but I'm not going to get into that today. Fatimata mamnu'un min as-sarf. Why is it mamnu'un min as-sarf?
Feminine.
Feminine what?
Proper name.
It has to be a feminine proper noun.
Noun, okay.
Feminine proper noun. Because if it's just a feminine word, then it's not going to be mamnu'un min as-sarf. It has to be a proper noun.
Well, should I slow down a minute? I'm just trying to, I'm just trying to figure out what the word, how to write the word. So,
So
It's quicker for me to write by hand, especially the vowels. That's why I wrote it like that. So
I know, but I'm trying to write this down. So, can you just review, because as I'm writing, trying to get this down, and then you're moving ahead, so I'm getting lost. So can you go over again, just repeat that again about the.
You finished writing?
Yeah, sort of. But okay, I understand the words with anything that ends with the ta, I know is feminine. We don't say female, feminine,
Right.
right? So this is mamnu min as-sarf, because it's was that?
علم أعجمي. First one, علم أعجمي.
Okay, yeah, I got that.
So that's a non-Arab proper noun.
Non-Arab proper noun.
Non-Arabic
Okay.
proper noun. The second one is it's a feminine proper noun.
Okay, so how would you know it's non-Arabic? You just have to know those things, or what makes it non-Arabic?
It's not derived from an Arabic source.
Okay.
So it has to be derived from an Arab, from يعني مفعل فعل فعيل فعول مفعل, like something like that.
Okay.
So all French names, English names, German names, African names, Asian names, they're all non-Arabic.
But Ibrahim, is that not that's not
No,
Arabic?
it's not Arabic
Really? SubhanAllah.
because it's originally from, I'd say Hebrew, but I'm not sure.
SubhanAllah.
Hebrew or Aramaic, I think.
Or Aramaic, something like that.
So, okay, so are we going to learn how to identify those things? Like, because you would average, probably most people don't know Arabic. Maybe,
So let me give it
Yeah.
to you like this.
Okay.
Most prophets are non-Arab names. Most prophets are non-Arab proper nouns. The only prophets that are Arab proper nouns are Salih and Hud and Muhammad.
So Sheikh,
Yeah.
is there any reason for this rule or principle, or what's the reason for having this principle? Mamnu'un minas sarfi.
The purpose is so you recognize why this word does not have a tanween. Why this word does not have a kasra. And of course, if you want to get into like really deep details, what you'll find in the long books of Nahu, they start getting into why this is not considered to be a full ism, Arab ism. So in order for something to have tanween or a kasra, it would have to be like fully Arabi. And that's just a bunch of, at the end of the day, this is just how the Arabs spoke, and that's pretty much the half of it.
Okay.
Why they did it, you can only speculate.
Okay. Jazakallah khair.
Anyway, yeah. Why did they choose to speak like this? You can only speculate. And most other names that you'll find in Arabic books, there'll be Arab names. Proper nouns. There'll be Arab proper nouns. Even the names of the angels are non-Arab. Fine. With that in mind, let's move on to the lesson. All right. So now you understand, or you should understand at least. Muhammadun Aminatu. Why is there no tanween on Aminatu?
Feminine proper noun.
Because it's mamnu'un min as-sarf. Now, feminine proper noun is the answer to why is it mamnu'un min as-sarf.
Okay.
Khalidun. It has a tanween. And the reason I don't say why does it have a tanween is because that's the origin. All ism needs to have tanween. That's the origin. So if it has tanween, it's just doing what it's supposed to do. Right? That's like asking a cashier at a store, why are you selling things? That's what she's supposed to do. She's supposed to sell things. Or asking a teacher in a classroom, why are you teaching? I mean, like, what else am I supposed to do? So you don't ask why does Muhammadun have a tanween? Because it's supposed to have a tanween. But you do ask why Zainabu doesn't have a tanween.
Abdullah, excuse me, am I supposed to have that page in my Medina book?
Yes, sir.
I don't think I do.
23.
Page 23.
Yes.
Page 23?
Yes.
Okay.
The numbers are Arabic numerals, so which are originally Indian numerals.
Right.
Yeah, I mean, if you look at the PDF, it's page 20, but if you look at the Arabic
PDF is
number,
page
it's 20.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. Might be easier for you to just click 20 on the PDF book.
Okay.
So you're confusing.
I'll try that later.
So same thing. Hamidun, Fatimatu, feminine, proper noun. Yasirun, Maryamu, Ammarun, Aishatu, Sa'idun, Khadijatu, Aliyun, Safiyatu, Abbasun, Ruqayyatu. All of these are feminine proper nouns. All of these are just asma. I mean, of course, they're masculine proper nouns, but that's unimportant right now.
So the examples they are given here, it's male, female, but necessarily that rule still applies to the male names, right? Like you were saying, Ibrahim and Hamza. It seems like all these names are feminine names or female names, right?
So why is Ibrahim mamnu' min as-sarf?
Because it was non-Arabic name, right? A proper
Right.
noun.
It had nothing to do with it being a male's name. Does that make sense?
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So are these then? Is that case? Then these names, they're just illustrating the male, female. They're not necessarily showing the female names are non-Arab names.
They're not talking about the non-Arab right now.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So the other question I have is then, are all the female names always mamnu' min as-sarf then, even if they are Arab names, Arab female names?
That's a good question. Can anybody answer that?
Should be.
Not necessary.
All
Sir.
feminine, not all female.
So we said female, feminine proper noun.
Yeah. Seems like that, based on what you explained.
So feminine, it has to be feminine. and it has to be a proper noun. As long as these two conditions are there, it's mamnu' min as-sarf. Does that make sense, Muhammad Agar?
Yes, yes. I think that's how I interpreted it initially. Then I didn't see any of the male non-Arab names there. Then I was confused if this applies to that. So yeah, I think I follow what you're saying now. So it's all the names, female names.
Feminine proper noun.
Not female, feminine. Hamzatu is a male name.
Hamza is a male name, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah. It's
But
feminine,
it's feminine
female.
because it has a ta.
It's a feminine proper noun, but it's a male name, right?
Right, exactly.
Like Jamilatun, it could be a feminine name, but that is.
If it's a proper noun for a girl by the name of Jamila, then it's mamnu' min as-sarf.
Oh, okay.
But if you're describing a girl by the name of I don't know, Salwa, for example, that she's Jamila, then no, that's not a proper noun.
Oh, okay.
But Selwa is a proper noun, though, right?
Salwa would be a proper noun.
Nor is it proper unless you use your wife.
So all names are proper nouns, correct?
A proper noun basically means a name of a person or a place that is specific. So like, for example, Walmart, right? Walmart is Walmart. Or Cincinnati, right? Cincinnati is Cincinnati. If I say Cincinnati, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Right? I'm not talking about, something that there's a bunch of. No, it's just one Cincinnati. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Mosul, for example, in Iraq. It's just one, Mosul. This is a proper noun. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it has to be a proper noun, which is the Arabic name for proper noun is alam.
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 Oh, alam. Alam. That's how you say it, alam?
Right, alam.
Alam.
Alam is also a word that's used for flag. And it's also a word that's used for mountain. Alam. Something that is an indicator for something else. The reason why they say mountain is alam is because a mountain kind of gives you a sense of where you are. Anyway, alam is a proper noun.
Oh, muannath. Oh, subhanAllah, yeah. Okay, muannath feminine, yeah.
Alamun mu'annath. You guys have any questions?
How do you say alam muannath, sah?
Yes, no. Alamun mu'annath.
And mudhakkar is male, isn't it?
That's right. Mudhakkar is
Okay,
male.
all right, I got it, okay. I'll have to watch this. It's helpful that you're recording these because it's really good to go back and listen again.
Oh man, I forgot to record. No, I'm just kidding.
Oh, tag, man.
I'm recording. I'm just kidding. Like, so here they're giving you an exercise. Hamid is you say dun or hamidu.
Hamidun.
Hamidun. Zainabun or Zainabu.
Zainabu.
Right. Why?
Mamnu min as-sarf.
Why?
Feminine.
Feminine proper noun.
Alamun mu'annath.
Alamun muannath.
So the feminine proper noun, the wording feminine proper noun, that's for you. Okay, for the class, I want you guys to try to use the Arabic terms, Arabic terminology. Alamun mu'annath. Aminatu or Aminatun?
آمنة
Why? لماذا؟
ممنوع من الصرف علم
ممنوع من
مؤنث
الصرف. لماذا ممنوع من الصرف؟
علم مؤنث.
علم مؤنث
علم مؤنث. عمار or عمار؟
عمار
عمار. سعيد or سعيد؟
سعيد.
لماذا سعيد؟ اسم مصروف or اسم منصرف.
What?
Right? لأنه اسم منصرف.
اسم منصرف.
فاطمة or فاطمة؟
فاطمة
تو. لماذا؟
ممنوع من الصرف
لماذا ممنوع من الصرف؟
علم
علم
مؤنث
مؤنث.
علم المؤنث. مريم or مريم؟
مريم.
لماذا؟
ممنوع من الصرف.
ممنوع من الصرف. لماذا ممنوع من الصرف؟
علم مؤنث.
علم مؤنث. علي أو علي؟
علي
لماذا؟
علم الصرف
اسم مصروف.
اسم
مصروف.
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 Here, اسم مصروف. or اسم منصرف.
اسم
طيب عفوا خالد أو خالد؟
خالد
خالد. عباس أو عباس؟
عباس.
عائشة؟
عائشة.
تو. محمد؟
محمد.
صفية؟
صفية.
خديجة؟
خديجة.
خديجة. بس هذا هو الممنوع من الصرف. And I think we're going to stop there.
Probably a good move.
Yeah, the next part is more. So let's stop there so we can, guys can review everything that's passed, and maybe you guys will have some questions next week, inshallah.
Yes, sir.
Unless there are any questions, we'll end, inshallah.
جزاك الله خير.
بارك الله فيكم.
السلام عليكم ورحمة الله.
السلام عليكم.
السلام عليكم.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة.
Any questions, Derek?
Well, I have to do that privately.
Sure. I'll give you a few more minutes. If you guys don't have any questions, you guys can leave. Ahmed Mizia, do you have any questions?
أنا ممنوع من الquestions.
Your name is also ممنوع من الصرف, but I didn't want to get too deep into that. Ahmed is also ممنوع من الصرف.
Ahmed is not a proper Arabic name.
It's an Arabic name. It's an Arabic proper noun, but there's a different reason. Those are not the only reasons why there's ممنوع من الصرف. I only gave you 2 of them.
طيب.
There are 10 in total.
طيب.
And Ahmed is one of them. Anyway, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
وعليكم السلام ورحمة الله.